Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance, we are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vibra Live. Got some exciting stuff to talk about tonight. Bitboy, it's official. I've been telling you that he's been supposedly fighting on the card for the next event in Mexico City. I don't know if it's gonna be then or it's the promoters fight number 2, but I don't think the date's been announced, but the promotion has started, and I just can't wait to see him in the ring. And I'm hoping he's got some HEX or Pulsechain gear on. Like, could you imagine that Bitboy getting knocked out with like HEX or Pulsechain shorts on? I don't know if that'd be a good or a bad thing, but that's where my mind goes when I think about that shit. Oh man, what up, Coach? Good to see you, my man. PTGC, the aliens in the building. Godfather J6. Rhett USA Force. Good evening, my man. Vibrant Coach in the house together. Great start. Indeed. It's also a great start when we got the bubbles looking beautiful across the board. Everything is up except, surprisingly, Tau, Pendle. I don't even know what Pendle is. Probably should, but, you know, this ain't Pokemon here. Can't catch them all. Let's check out our favorites, see what's going. Holy shit, Stronghold. Let's go. Look at that, up 30%. Up to almost a half a cent now. Oh, man. Guys, this thing is a sleeping giant. If you didn't see the stream a couple days ago, go check that out. Definitely worth paying attention to. It's going to do an LCX. You know, LCX forever. I've been bullish on it, talking about the building going on, Galileo protocol, all these pre-sales launching on their exchange, India banning crypto exchanges, but somehow LCX is there to be compliant. They also have their license in New York somehow. So guys, there's so much going on behind the scenes that we don't know. That's what I'm here for, to try to put the pieces together, figure out where these are all going so we can front run it and make the most money off this stuff. You know, Zen, I heard that the X1 launch, it might be coming soon. So people are going to start FOMOing into Zen to get their bags. And the bull run, guys, you could feel it. And I was watching Invest Answers. James did a video earlier today talking about Bitcoin, the supply, the halving, what's going on 90 days prior and 90 days post halving. And that's when all the gains are. You know, we saw a couple 100%. I think it was 400-ish% was the average gain from that 180-day span, 90 before, 90 after. So if we get something like that, you know, I know this isn't, you know, I was with the big boys in, TradFi in, we're not going to go parabolic, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin was at 125K, 150K by July. It sounds crazy to think about, but if it ever was to happen, this is the cycle. You know, there's only 900 Bitcoin per day that are being mined, and that cuts in half in like 64 days. So it's 450 per day, and the ETFs are taking in millions of dollars. So it's a net inflow. The ETFs alone are going to eat up all of the mined Bitcoin. So it's going to be really interesting, guys. I could see things getting really crazy really fast. And then from there, who knows what's going to happen? Does this run into all through 2025? Is this the crazy institutional cycle? Or is it just a parabolic 2024, a disappointing 2025? I mean, no one knows, but that's why we love this stuff. You know, that's why we're here every day. And when you see Velo pumping and Realio and Flare and Stronghold, all the utility gems, we're almost to that point of the cycle where the utility run is going to happen. I think legislation is going to be that catalyst. I think all the pieces of the puzzle are starting to be are already in place. A lot of stuff has been on testnet, has been trialed, and it feels like we're just so close. The ENS domains with GoDaddy, that's so big. People are sleeping on that right there. GoDaddy, I think every business pretty much uses them to create their website. I did when I did the vibrafinance.com. So now I'll be able to link up ENS to that and have ETH payments. And I think eventually it's going to be where you're going to be able to withdraw straight to your bank account through websites. Like that's where this is going. Banks are going to be cut out of this. So you're not going to have to worry about, or exchanges. I mean, go into exchanges and get your money frozen just to get it sent to your bank. You're already starting to see in MetaMask withdrawals right to your bank account. So these things are coming. And I think it's going to be amazing for these utility coins. That's why I'm loading up everyone I work with. I shill the utility gems, the coins that the worst case scenario is they underperform a little bit this cycle, but moving forward, the entry points that you're able to secure are generational. It doesn't matter next bear market. If you got into Stronghold at a $25 million market cap and this thing runs up to over $1 billion and then dips 60%, we're still at a $400 million market cap. It's going to be almost a 17, 18x from where you got in. So at that point, do you really need to sell? I don't know. It gives you so many more options to then say, okay, I might want to provide some liquidity. Once Flare goes live and we can bridge your Dogecoin or Litecoin or Bitcoin in and pair it up with Tesla. Imagine how cool that would be when people can pair Dogecoin with Tesla stock. Like that's going to create a frenzy when that happens. And through Sologenic and Corium and Flare, there's a good chance they're the ones that dominate that industry. And we talked about it last night. Guys, there's so much going on. That's why we try to focus on not just one thing. And just you get tunnel vision, you get blinders put on, and you start missing stuff. It happened to me with XRP in 2020 when I just thought, oh my God, the switch is going to get flipped all of a sudden. And I was drinking the Kool-Aid. And now 4 years later, I understand the XRP price ain't going to move until liquidity and tokenization happens. And these assets are brought onto the chain. So yeah, during the bull run, it might move a little bit, but the real gains and the real value is going to be when that liquidity bridges in and is brought to the blockchain from these real world assets. So I'm really excited, guys. PulseX, let's go. We got starting to pump again. Inc. The ratio's at 2.46. I'm waiting to see where this goes. I think PulseX outperforms for a little bit more. This ratio gets to maybe 2.25-ish, and then it starts to flip. And then Pulsechain has its little run. And that's where we're going to swap back into Pulsechain from our PulseX bags. We're going to play the ratios here. It's such an easy way, guys. Like I've been telling people the last couple days, last week actually, I would say, about how easy it is to make money with your bags of Pulse and PulseX. So I had 300 million PulseX sitting in a wallet in stake wrap doing nothing. I had 100 million Pulse in my wallet. I didn't have any PulseX. And at 3.79, I swapped it all into PulseX. Got 379 million PulseX. And then at about 2.5-ish, I swapped back 200 million. And then that left me with 100 million PulseX. That's all profit. That 200 got me back. Or no, I swapped 250 back and got my initial investment out. And that netted me the 100 and whatever 20 million PulseX for doing nothing. So now I can put that PulseX aside, but if I wanted to, but what I did is I swapped it into Pulsechain. and I'm going to move the rest at maybe 2.25 if it goes there, and then play it until it moves back down to over 3, 3.5, 3.75, and then swap that pulse. Then your 200 million at 3.5 gives you 700 million Pulse X. And then in 3 months later, when the ratio is back to 2.25, swap it for, 300 something million Pulsechain. And now you tripled up your bag, just moving back and forth and holding Pulse for a certain part, Pulse X for a certain part. And it's the same thing with the hexes. You can play those ratios too if you have both of them. So there's so many ways where you can make money and increase your bags without taking risk. And that's what's really been eye-opening to me in the last, I would say, 3-4 weeks. The stuff that is happening with PDI and the liquidity that's being trapped in there to try to get that to peg. It's incredible with Atropa, with what Sonny's doing with A1A and B2B and Pulse Xmas and these new coins. I've been really paying attention to these last couple of days. Center, Meth, Pulse Xmas, B2B, A1A, and Rewarder. They're all starting to pump. And I got into A1A early. And that interview Sonny did with Steven about a week ago was really good, guys. Check that out. 100% learned a lot on just how to take a small little liquidity pool or a little position, put it into LP, and watch it grow from there. And there's so many different ways of doing these things on Pulsechain. PTGC, what Coach is doing over here. It's similar, but it's very different. With the DAO, the Pulsechain that is there that can be used to buy up the token, provide liquidity. There's so many different options that the community can vote on what to do with the Pulsechain that's sitting in there. And then on top of that, you have 808 burning liquid, the little rocket boosters, because we know Elon's little rockets, they don't make it too far. So we're trying to get to the firmament here. And Alien and PTGC, it really helps when you have the boosters. And they're just chugging along. They don't even need people to buy or sell. And same thing with Sonny's coins. They don't need us. They're going to start running off the arbitrage. And the more liquidity pool pairs that are created, the thicker those pairs get, the more the bots can feast and the more we all win. It's awesome, guys. And when you start to see how these different projects are doing it, I think in another year from now, we look back in the summer of 2024 or spring of 2024 and say, yeah, Richard Hart or Pulsechain created DeFi Spring last year, and it's happening right in front of our face right now. And people just aren't grasping and seeing the magnitude of this stuff. And it really kind of hit me yesterday when Zen was interviewing Reza, and they were talking about being able to bridge from XRP over to Corium and back and forth and moving Cosmos, bridging it on to the XRP ledger and USDC. And it's like, that's what we've been doing here. It feels like since June of last year. So it feels like we're 6-8 months ahead of everyone else in DeFi. And that's what just really excites me, guys. Like all the Reflections coins, Vortex, RFX, DIAX, they're all doing well. PRS just had a little dip, but there's so many ways of making passive income. And I've really kind of transitioned my strategy from originally, if you watched my streams from when Pulsechain first launched, we were talking about the best blue chip PRC20s, Chainlink, Uniswap, which ones could be used, Colt DAO, Pepe, would one of them come over to Pulsechain? So we were focusing on those type plays. And then we saw Atropa and PDI in the summer start to do their thing, catch people's eyes. And then by the fall, it was apparent what was going on. And that's when PTGC started taking off. That's when Alien started taking off. That's when Reflection season really, it became apparent that Safe Moon, this is not Safe Moon 2.0. These contracts are all renounced. And shit, PRS is paying and RFX are paying more than Pulsechain validators right now in reflections. Like, this shit's crazy, guys. So DeFi spring or DeFi summer 2.0, DeFi spring, whatever this is called, that Pulsechain's creating right now, like, is going to go down in history, just like 2020, the DeFi summer, when HEX and Uniswap were all brought to the world. And it's exciting, guys, to be here early and to be a part of PulseLaunch. This is, I'm really excited. I think this project is going to help out a lot of people that don't have the means, don't have the ability to put a project together, don't know where to start. You know, PulseLaunch is an incubator launchpad with the right team in place to bring these projects to life. Completely community ran. There's going to be a fair launch on March 2nd. You know, just announced today, this afternoon, and people are excited, guys. This project is, like I said, it's community ran. These guys aren't in it for the money. And if this project will succeed, Pulsechain is the only community that would be able to pull this off, because the events they want to try to organize in person, the way they incentivize community members who will go and share someone's post, who will go and like people's content and just do that little extra bit to acknowledge the project, acknowledge new projects, and just acknowledge outstanding people in the community. And that's why I'm excited to be a part of this. If you're not in the Telegram, join in there. Find it on their Twitter page, the link right there. And I'm excited, guys. The launch, people have been asking kind of how is this going to work? And the total launch, there's 75 million coins, I believe, that are set aside, or 70 million coins set aside for the launch potentially. And how fast and how many people come in and buy them will dictate how many coins are in supply. So there's going to be discounts for the first 10 million coins. You'll get a 19% discount. So they're going to be 10 cents. So you'll basically be getting them for around 8 cents. The first 10 million. And if those sell out, it'll go to like 8.4 cents with the discount. The next 10 million, 9 cents. And then the next 10, 93. And then full price for the 40 to 70 million tokens if they go. So there's no way to game this system. You know, it's just however much money you have, you can afford day one. And I'm going to be taking part of it when it launches, even though I am on the team, am part of it. It's a project that I believe in and I would be supporting regardless. And that's how we are here on Pulsechain. We support the people that are doing good, that are building impressive projects that are going to hopefully onboard the next generation of new people into crypto and into Pulsechain and into real DeFi. So they even the website too, guys, keeps getting updated. Just looks sleeker and sleeker every time I check it out. We're now 23 days away from the launch. I can't believe March is already, we're almost into Q2 of 2023 in April. That's like the halving, 64 days away. Guys, this stuff's going to happen so fast. That's why it's so important to have your bags packed right now. Have your strategies, your plans ready, and execute on them. So, guys, I'm excited too to work with these Sensei partners. These guys are official. You know, they have launched a lot of successful companies and different projects in all different walks of business, all different parts of business. And I'm sorry, here we go. Sorry, wrong tab. And I'm excited, guys. You know, the amount of was it websites, Stranger Things, different games. Like if you want to launch a project and you want a professional team advertising it for you, marketing it for you, you're going to have the best chance of succeeding. And that's why I just love this project. Where else? I don't know anywhere else where you could just as an individual with that doesn't know any developers, doesn't have the money to fund a project, but you have a fantastic idea. You could come to PulseLaunch.com and then just submit an idea that you have. You can apply right here. Or no, sorry, that's the partners. But there's a section where you can apply if you have an idea, launch a project. Here it is. And then anybody can submit it. And then once the tokens are sold and the DAO is formed, the community is ready, they'll start voting on which projects and which ideas they want brought to life. And these are going to be people in the community that have great ideas, but just no means of bringing that project to life. So I just think there's a huge potential behind this. And this community, everyone is so close. The meetups we have, everyone just gets along. There's never been any drama. You know, at the 4 meetups I've been to, 3 of them in Las Vegas, not one arrest, not any drama. And for that many people in Las Vegas, for not one thing to go bad, it just shows you that there's something special in this community. And I think this project is going to bring the best out of and just highlight those traits of this community. So super exciting, guys, to be working with Sensei, working with Donovan, and all you guys that are going to start thinking of ideas or had ideas that you just thought could never be brought to life. Well, now here's the opportunity. So, guys, here we go. Karate Combat. I'm going to look into it. It's a little different. This is the IFC, I guess, which is the Influencers Fight Club, which is a little bit different than the main cards from the pros. So I don't know if that's going to be in tandem with this, but I'm sure I'll find out. But regardless, guys, Bitboy is on the roster to fight the guy, and this is the Harry Potter Sonic Obama Inu founder who like smoked crack on camera, I guess. So it should be really interesting, guys. And I don't know who you betting on. Who are you betting on? I want to show you this, guys. This was great. There he is. Whoa, look at those haymakers. Jesus. Oh my God. Oh, kidney shot. Woo-hoo-hoo. Bitboy's gassed after 8 punches, guys. That's not good. That's not good. Literally gassed after throwing 8 punches in a sparring session. So I don't know, guys. I think I'm gonna have my money on the Sonic Obama Inu. Vets, it's on their Twitter page. If you just go to the Pulse Launch Twitter, it's right on there, the Telegram. But yeah, guys, this is so funny. Ooh, look, he's stalking him. Stalking him. Guys, Bitboy's an athlete. He's just pummeling his trainer. And now Bitboy's gas. Couldn't even make it 2 rounds. They're all like, wait a minute, bro. Are you kidding me? You just puked. You're gassed. Well, all right, guys, let's get the roids. Guys, let's get the HGH out. Let's hit him with some testosterone. We gotta get this guy some stamina here. Him chasing around SBF around the Bahamas. It's been so long. He lost that juice. But regardless, guys, it's is what we need to see. Like, this is gonna bring eyeballs to Hex, to Pulsechain, to Karate Combat. and we're in them all so early, and now we get to enjoy the fruits of our labor, the fruits of our research, and the pain of holding these coins for the last 5 6 months, a year, of them just doing nothing, going down, while you look at meme coins and shit coins start pumping, Bitcoin's going up, while LCX and Stronghold do nothing. Then bam, all of a sudden they just start to go. And guys, karate is going to do that nonstop building. And then this was when I saw this, and I was like, all right, makes me bullish right here. They partnered with Brave Wallet. I use Brave all the time. You earn BAT tokens, and now karate is added to their token list. So people will be able to go and use their Brave rewards that they got for free just for surfing the internet and blocking ads. And then they're going to be able to swap it for karate combat right inside the wallet. So you could see how much building, even Robinhood, I think has MetaMask integration or something. I just heard. So much building is happening, guys, around the ecosystem, and it's all conveniently going to come together right around legislation, which I just have a feeling some kind of emergency or bipartisan deal is going to get struck at the last hour to save crypto right around the halving. Then Ripple's going to IPO, and then it's fireworks, guys. Election, money printer, stimulus, stock market pumping. We're going to the firmament. So, guys, karate combat, Hedera, even guys, the partnership that they just announced with Dubai, $250 million, or with Saudi Arabia, I mean. Hashgraph announces a strategic partnership with the Ministry of Investment of Saudi Arabia to launch a deep tech venture studio in Riyadh. Dr. Muniri Al-Ubadi says the ministry welcomes the deep tech venture with human capital innovation at the heart of Saudi Vision 2030. We look forward to the empowerment of entrepreneurship for a vibrant society in Saudi Arabia. A Vibra society. That's right. So we got to go build Texaco in Saudi Arabia? I don't think so. We're doing that here in the United States. And guys, it's coming KC44 February 23rd. So it's 2 weeks away from 2 weeks from Friday. And you got to have your bets in a couple hours before. So if you want to get involved, you got to download the Karate app on your phone. Oh, no, they have a web app too. My bad. I didn't know that. I think that's new. So I have it on my phone. And then Hashpack wallet is the wallet you need for Hedera. And guys, if you don't have it, get it now. Get into Hashpack, get into Saucerswap, DeFi, DEXs. It's going to be a narrative this cycle. I'm telling you right now. I could see it coming. The mainstream guys, they're already talking about it, and how Uniswap, when they cut their fees 99%, what that's going to do, the frenzy that's going to create with just retail and people thinking, oh my God, it's so cheap to buy. Screw exchanges. I'm going to Uniswap. So guys, I can see the narratives happening already. All this stuff is starting to come together. So smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. And yeah, one more time, I'll give you my list of favorites. These are pretty much all the coins I'm owning right now this cycle. Obviously, there's a few on here that aren't on the bubbles, but for the most part, these are the bags I have. A lot of the blue chips are in I Trust Capital, so they're 20-year plus positions that I'm not even thinking about this cycle. But most of the altcoins, like Verasity, a gem right there. If you don't know about it, go do some research. That's your homework. It's at a half a cent. You can lock it up, 15% staking for the next year. And I just have a feeling if you bought $100 worth, the 15% you earn from staking in the next year, you'll be able to sell that, recoup your initial back. And then that's how you crush crypto. That's how you make it easy and make it less stressful. And that makes you want to keep going instead of getting, just aggravated or frustrated from getting wrecked or buying the wrong coins. It solves all that. So hope you guys crush it. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.